2 more hours later. Good lord, man. I forgot how stressful carrying many bags around was. So wait, would it be 5:15? Evening glow around 5:15? It depends on the time of year, I guess. I almost missed the bus just from lugging all these around, but I didn't. I'm home now, and shopping was a success. It's been a while since I sat down and dedicated some time to watch stuff on TV. I figured I may as well make a pizza I bought today for this, because why not? I've still got half an hour before the show starts, so I may as well put away stuff for my trip. Reaching over to the bags to take care of them, my eyes land on the bags from the toy store and the arts and crafts store. My thoughts race through my head as I'm longingly eyeing them down. Oh, Sayori. I can't believe you've convinced me to do this. This is going to be even crazier than that one time I drank a martini with my eye. What? Okay, that never happened, but still. Reaching into the toy store bag to pull out and see what I bought fills me with nervousness for the big day I have in store tomorrow, and also about Yuri. I wonder if you're going to be watching the show tonight. 5:57 p.m. Oh, there were words there. Oh no, I didn't mean to skip them, I'm sorry. Oh, popcorn must be ready. As I enter my kitchen and open the door of my microwave, the whole room is filled with the scent of buttery goodness. But I like to take things a step farther. Would it be further or farther? I guess they both kind of work. Time passes and I've got my melted butter and salt added to it, just how I like it. It's been a while since I've last sat down and watched anything on TV. Anytime I've wanted to escape reality, I've always turned to my books. There's something special about using your imagination to picture the utopian settings that books provide, and the characters that inhabit such worlds. I guess that's why I never really watched much TV. While it is possible to immerse yourself, the usage of imagination is very little, as everything, music, characters, and the many worlds that exist are already brought to you. I mean, sure, one could say that the people who make movies and TV shows have their own utopian minds, and the amount of imagination put into everything is definitely real. I can't discredit that, but that's an argument for another time. The show's about to start. The screen on the TV fades to black, and slowly fades into what appears to be an old-style town from back then, with a man dressed in silver armor looking up into the night sky. The music starts playing, accompanied by the background singers. Look into the sands of your past. Love as if today were your last. Whoa. Better times have slipped away. I'm lost beneath the waves. Nothing left to save. The music continues to play as the screen transitions upwards into the night sky. A transparent image of Maria appears in the vast starscape, but for only a brief moment. I'm feeling a weird prickly sensation throughout my whole body. Goosebumps. The battle between the East and the West grew fiercer with each passing day. Draco, the West's great hero, thinks of his love Maria. Is she safe? Is she waiting? Would you like to watch the opera with Yuri? This choice will not affect the story at all. We're gonna watch the opera! Okay. I don't know why I needed to advance that text box. The West fell and both Maria and her castle were taken forcibly by Prince Rolls of the East, but she never stopped yearning for Draco. Is that... Oh, it's going on its own. Oh no. Uh-huh. Oh, my hero. This is a song. My beloved. Shall we still be made to part? Though promises of perennial love yet sing here in my heart. I'm not singing anymore. I am the darkness. You're the starlight, shining brightly from afar. Through hours of despair, I offer this prayer to you, my evening star.
Must my final vows exchanged be with him and not with you? Were you only here to quiet my fear? Oh, speak, guide me anew.
Maria makes her way up to her castle's rampart to find a man waiting at the top. It's him! She rushes towards him as they both embrace. My emotions hit me hard as they both begin dancing hand in hand under the calm moonlit sky. Her storybook hero, they're finally reunited. The happy atmosphere slowly spirals downward as he seemingly vanishes from existence to Lord knows only where, and all that's left behind is a bouquet of flowers. No.
I am thankful. I said I wasn't singing anymore. I'm going on anyway.
My beloved, for your tenderness and grace.
I see in your eyes, so gentle and wise, all doubts and fears erased. Flow the hours, take no notice
Of what fate might have in store.
Our love, come what may, will never age a day. I'll wait forevermore. I don't know the tune all that well.
Oh, I forgot how good this was. I definitely have to see how this ends.
The box was blinking for a second there. If anything, I'll give you kudos for timing this well enough that the lyrics appeared along with the parts of the tune they were supposed to. Because there were no breaks in that whole scene. That couldn't have been easy to orchestrate. That night, Prince Rolls held a magnificent ball to celebrate his victory over the West and engagement to Maria.
The dancing and music lasts for a while, but is quickly over as soon as a soldier comes running forth.
My lord, survivors from the West are storming the castle! Impossible! Guards, prepare to defend yourselves!
That's when one of the ballroom walls bursts open with the supposed survivors from the West as they engage in combat with the castle guards. After a rather intense battle sequence, the castle guards lay on the ground in defeat. That's when Draco makes his valiant appearance, much to mine and Maria's surprise and my relief.
But I'm alive!
Draco, I knew you would return to me, my love.
Insolent rogue, knave of the Western horde! Would you address my queen to be Maria? Never shall you have Maria's hand! I would die before that day comes! Then we duel!
As the duel commences between the two, the music and action becomes much more intense. A minute or so passes, and Draco's down on one knee, Prince Rolls towering above him with his saber drawn close to Draco's neck.
This can only end one way. He's still breaking! Make him dead! Hit him in the head! Take his life! Someone get a knife!
Get a knife? What? No! Do it. Get the knife. No! I want to see how this ends. The sounds coming from the TV are slowly becoming muffled. You haven't done it in so long. You've forgotten what it feels like. No! I say that as my body gets up against my will and away from the TV and towards my bedroom. As I enter my bedroom, my thoughts are unstoppable and my eyes land on the small knife collection I have hanging on my wall. Just one more time. Let's see what it's like again. As much as I don't want to do this, I don't have the willpower in me to stop myself from walking over to my collection. I take one off the display rack, one of my favorite ones. It's longer than most others, both handle and blade. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched into it, and the blade is gently tinted blue. I can't believe I'm doing this to one of my favorites. I'm sure if it had its own feelings, it would also be disappointed in me. Flipping the knife open and pulling down my left sleeve shows various scars of different sizes, and sadly enough, different colors. That's when I take the knife to an unharmed part of my upper bicep and lightly press the knife against my skin. Do it. Just a little cut. You'll feel better. Pressing down harder and towards myself just barely breaks skin, and I don't feel any kind of relief from this. Digging even deeper and with more force brings an amount of pain I wasn't quite ready for, causing me to forcefully inhale through my teeth. Again. Once again in the same spot, there's almost what feels like a numbing feeling as it makes its way through. My eyes land on the tip and cutting edge of my knife underneath my skin, as blood ever so slowly starts to spread out from that area. A surreal, taboo-like feeling governs my entire body at the sight, as I'm essentially frozen in place. Make it trickle. Down. Go deeper. Do it. No, this hurts too much. This isn't making me feel better. Fucking do it. Removing the knife from the area shows me the exposed pink inside of my arm I've only seen a handful of times in my life. Giving into my curiosity, I reapply the knife to the now open area to attempt to dig down further and pull it towards myself. That sends an intense amount of pain throughout my entire arm that causes me to shout out of distress and drop my knife on the floor. The loud clanging sound of it hitting the floor ringing through my ears, and my free hand instinctively grasping my bad arm. Removing my hand shows a little more blood coming out, but not an alarming amount. The stinking feeling spreading through my arm makes it more difficult to bend down to pick the knife up. I quickly leave my room and head to the bathroom to take care of myself.
Ouchies.
A minute later, and both my arm and the knife are now cleaned up and stored away properly, but the stinging is still there. Hanging my head low while heading back into the living room shows the TV is still on, and my bowl of popcorn, while mostly eaten, is strewn across the living room floor. The TV screen shows a black screen with big white text at the end displayed. My disappointment with myself makes a return, but this time even more intense, knowing that I missed how the show ends all over something I really shouldn't be doing. It feels like all my motivation for anything is gone as I end up laying belly down onto my couch and loudly exhaling. Why do I do this to myself? Why did I think this was a good idea to start doing 2 months ago? This isn't worth it. It isn't worth it. This isn't gonna help my future at all. Picking myself up from the couch and taking a deep breath to try to collect myself, I catch a glimpse of the mess on the floor and end up placing my head in my hands and elbows on my thighs. I'm gonna have to clean up before Hali comes over tomorrow. Hali! I immediately bring my head upwards out of realization. Oh no, what if he finds out about this? How is he going to react? How would he even handle knowing something like this? Will he ever find out? What if things never progress any farther than what they are now between him and I? What if my future is bleak and hopeless? Am I doomed to be alone for the rest of time? Why would Monica have that talk with me yesterday? The sound of my ringtone playing snaps me out of my rather sad stupor. Huh? I wonder who that could be. It's probably Hali. Nobody else texts me anymore. I wonder what he has to say.
I'm gonna call it an early night. Tomorrow's gonna be fun. Sleep well.
I can't help but smile at what I just read. I can feel some of my disappointment melting away. Maybe the future won't be so bad. Maybe everything will be okay. We'll just have to see, won't we? Even if he and I are just best friends for the rest of our lives, does that mean I've at least done something right? I then remember what I did to myself a while ago, and end up thinking that he's probably going to see my knives at one point in time tomorrow. I promise I'll set a good example for you tomorrow. My disappointment is slowly being replaced with determination, but that doesn't last long. The idea of going to bed at a reasonable time tonight runs through my mind, which I think would be pretty wise. I may as well text him back. Thank you, Hali. You sleep well too. Looking around my living room once again, my eyes land on the popcorn mess on my floor. What an eyesore. All right. I can clean up for a little bit before bedtime.
Chapter 6. The Journey to My Friend's Place. Sunday, October 10th, 5:52 a.m.
It's a gorgeous night, all by myself, nobody to interfere with my precious alone time. Probably needed a calm out there, but it's fine. I'm at the usual spot at the lake, sitting down, playing a familiar tune on my harp. One that is played in one of my favorite adventure movies that I've been fortunate enough to learn by ear. All of a sudden I'm levitating? When did I obtain such powers? I end up dropping my harp and instinctively place my hands over my sweater to keep from revealing anything. But this doesn't last for long, as a being of white and orange flashes by, holding me close to them and into the night sky. As I'm flying off the water, my eyesight adjusts to who is making this impossibility a reality. It's Hali, as a shining angel with beautiful white wings.
There's the princess I was looking for.
Princess? What?
Man, those townspeople were completely wrong.
Hali, where are we going?
I found an old castle that needs some fixing up. I figured we could take on our future there.
Our future? I really like that. I can't help but smile at how silly yet caring he's being. His confident smile and topaz orange eyes help reassure me that everything will be okay. Tightly clinging onto his right arm and holding on for dear life, resting my head on his arm, we continue our journey into the sunrise. The sunlight's reflection on the water adds to the absolute perfection of this moment, of us, of everything. At this point, nothing else matters. All of my doubts and insecurities amount to nothing right now. This is the happy ending I've wished for. The sunlight that shines through my window helps awaken me from my deep sleep as I slowly bring myself up from my pillow. Oh, was that real? I then stretch and let out a disappointed sigh. It was a dream. It felt so real. Trying to make sense of everything that has just transpired, I look over at my alarm clock. 9:03 a.m. I haven't felt this refreshed nor slept in for this long in quite a while. After a few seconds of staring off into seemingly nothing, a small wave of panic hits me. Hali will be here in about 3 hours. I need to get the house ready for his arrival. I told him I was going to do that yesterday too. Being brought to life by the realization I just had, I get myself out of bed and make my way over to the bathroom to start my day.
11:30 a.m. I've been awake for almost 2 hours now. Going to bed early really makes a difference. I haven't had this much beauty sleep in a long time. For once, it felt nice to not have my sleep interrupted by any weird dreams. So far, I've had my shower, ate my two sausage biscuits for breakfast, and now I'm trying to figure out everything that I'll be bringing to Yuri's place today, and also when I'll be leaving home. Man, I can't believe I'm really gonna be going through with this. Alright, so I've got my empty book bag just in case I need it, my bag from the craft store, and a chocolate bar that I bought for me and her to share. I'm sure that she would appreciate that. The excitement inside me is almost becoming overwhelming, knowing that I'll be spending a good chunk of the day with her at her own house at that. Checking to make sure I have everything required, I step outside, walk the door, and go on the journey to Yuri's house with a smile on my face.